Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, as Nicole says, hopefully you can hear us because it's not our fault, but when we did a live lesson the other day, our streaming platform wasn't working and nobody could hear us. So hopefully you can hear us.
All picture and no sound.
Yeah. Actually, we're so paranoid about it. If you can hear us, let us know in the comments that you can hear us, because we are a little bit worried about it. We're more worried than we look about you being able to hear us. So we can hear each other, which is usually a very good sign. But we could hear each other the other day. We can hear you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Success.
Thank you. Brilliant. 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 You are all wonderful. Thank you very much. And we are so glad that you can hear us because, that was stressful the other day, wasn't it, Nicole? It was stressful.
Oh, my goodness. And what can you do,
Yeah.
So the tech gods are working on our side today, which is great.
Yeah. Yes.
And
so welcome in.
Joining.
Yeah, we got loads of schools on. It's a bit low. Maybe volume's a bit quiet, is it? Okay, maybe we can see if we can boost our microphones a little bit or something. Do I sound quiet to you, Nicole?
No, I just turned you up now, and now you're too loud, so I'm going to turn you back down.
I've always been told that I'm too loud. I know I've never been told that I'm too quiet. Anyway, right. So we have got some fun Christmas festive activities for you this afternoon. So for this afternoon session, you will need the challenge page, which is scrolling along at the bottom of the screen there. So whilst we go through the rules of Adobe Digital Leaders, then, maybe you can be making sure that you've logged into Express and that you've also got your challenge page open. So if you're on an iPad, you'll have the Adobe Express app open and then also your browser. So if that's Safari or Chrome or whatever you use to get on the internet on your iPad, then get onto that challenge page whilst we're doing the rules. Rule number 1, Nicole, what is it?
Very important. Pause us if you want. At any time, pause us, catch up, take a little bit extra time, sending those digital leaders around, helping everybody, and then hit play and you can continue along with us.
Yes, indeed. We are going to be doing it twice. So I'm on the browser and Nicole is on the iPad. So that's going to give you some extra time as well. So, if we feel that we're going a bit too fast, maybe just wait a bit before pausing because we will be passing back and forth between each other. Rule number 2 is all the teachers that have registered for this afternoon session will receive an email at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And in that email, there will be a certificate for every one of you that have taken part in either one or both of the activities today. So teachers, if you haven't registered, if you've just skipped onto the live lesson, maybe you're watching it just on YouTube, then get registered so that you get that email. And to register, you just need to go to bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. So make sure you're registered so that you get that email. A more important reason to get registered is that on that same email, there'll be information about our Express School Challenges. So an Express School Challenge is a chance for you to win a whole school pizza party. That's right, a whole school pizza party. So in order to get your whole school pizza party, you will need to collect 3 points. So I hear you asking, how do we get 1 point? So to get 1 point, you need to get 100 students in your school to take part in the activities that we do in the live lesson. They don't have to do it live, okay? Because, maybe you don't have enough devices or whatever. So they can do it after the live lesson, next week perhaps. And if you're in a smaller school, maybe thinking 100, we can't get 100 people to do that. That's insane. If you're in a smaller school, you could just get everybody from year 3 to year 6. And if you're in Scotland, Northern Ireland, that's P4 to P7. Okay, so whichever one of those two is easiest. 100 students or everyone from year 3, P4, to year 6, P7.
Yeah, and
when
if
you do that,
really super techy primary 3s, go for it.
Go.
More the merrier.
Yeah, why not? And that'll get you 1 point. And 1 point gets you a swag delivery, a swag drop to school. And then your second point will get you more swag delivered to your school. And then the third point will get you more swag delivered to school, a whole school pizza party, and a school award saying that you are a digital leaders school. How exciting. Right.
That's unreal.
Now then, that's that done. I'm shattered now. I'm done for the day. Let's jump over to the challenge page and see what we are doing today. So let's get my screen up. There we go. So I'm logged into Express, and as you can see on another tab next door here, I've gone to bit.ly/Express Christmas. You can see there at the top, if you've got an iPad or a device that can scan QR codes, then feel free to scan that QR code that's on your whiteboard right now, and that'll bring you to this page. Now, I'll just pause there whilst you're doing that, and this is an excellent opportunity for us to see who's been giving us some shout-outs. So first out of the gate today was Prynawn Da from Blwyddyn Pimp at St Mary's Church in Wales Primary School in Bryn Mawr. Well, Prynawn Da, guys, and thank you for getting a message in. Those messages came in before the live stream started. Very impressive. And then we've got Nadolig Llawer, that's Merry Christmas, from Blwyddyn Pimp a Chwech, year 5 and 6, in Libanis Primary School, South Wales. Well, Nadolig Llawer, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for the message. And then we've also got hello. Oh, now then, who's this, Nicole?
This is the best school in the world. This is a little bit biased because I used to teach there. So this is Primary 5 in Oakwood Integrated Primary School. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss McClure.
Hello.
Looking forward to seeing what you all get up to in this challenge.
Yes, send us a message. Give us all the gossip you've got on Nicole. Let us know. Did she fall over in class, or did she come to school wearing a silly hat one day? Let us know.
Yes.
And then we've also got Lead Hills Primary School. Hello. It's not Dom today. It's Nicole. So,
which they did correct when they said they could hear us.
yes. Well done. And then we've got three more in. Hang on. We have got. Go on, and you go. Yeah. Come on, Nicole.
That's St. Joseph's in Lisburn. You're like a stone's throw away from me. So hello to everybody in there.
Oh, fantastic. And then we've also got Year 6 Penavai Church in Wales School in Bridgend. And we have got P2, P and P3. Oh, there we go. We've got some of our keen P2s and P3s from Kirkcaldy North Primary School, Kirkcaldy 5, Scotland. Thank you for your message.
Love it.
And then
Primary 7 up in Oakwood Integrated Primary School and Nursery up in the northwest, up there in Derry. So great to see you guys as well.
Yes.
Tarview Primary School as well are tuning in with the Primary 7s. You guys are going to love this one. I know you'll take it far.
And then we've got Nadolig Llawer from Class 9 in Radnor Primary School in Cardiff. And then the last one for now is one for you, Nicole. Nicole wore a fabulous costume for World Book Day.
And there it is, because I just love it all the time. So my Hufflepuff cloak, scarf, wands, glasses, everything. It's just a wee Harry Potter lore corner.
Nobody ever says that I wear a wonderful cardigan, but there we go.
Here, do you want to see what I'm wearing today?
Oh, you're showing off again now.
Yes. Oh dear, Christmas. And then I'm rocking my brand new Adobe jacket. So it's a great week.
Right, come on, let's see what we're doing today. So let's scroll down. So if you scroll down on the challenge page, the first two challenges are actually the ones from last week's lessons, which was Christmas theme 1. So if you missed those and you'd like to have a go with them, then there's some videos here for you to just help yourself and go for it. So we're going to scroll past those two. Those were the theme 1 challenges, and we are coming down here to Christmas theme 2 challenge 1, and we're going to make our own homemade Christmas snacks to give out as presents. So Christmas time, do you like mince pies, Nicole? I can't stand them.
I actually do. I actually really do.
Most
can't
people
eat
do.
too many of them now. I do get sickened of them after a while, but I'll have a handful over the festive period.
Every year I try one, thinking, "Come on, I'm getting older. I must like these at some point." And every year I try one, and I go, nope. So there we go.
What's your favorite festive treat then?
Pigs in blankets. Does that count?
As a vegetarian, I can't relate.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, roast potatoes and stuffing and gravy. Anyway, right, come on. We're gonna make our own Christmas cookies. And the template, so we're using a template. So this is new for us. If you've come to a lot of our live lessons, we don't usually use templates, but we're gonna be using a template. And I think my challenge to you guys is, can we make these more Christmassy? Because that's a cool design, but there's nothing Christmassy about it, is there? You know?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Right, so how are we going to get to this? So you could click on that button, but actually, let me show you how we can get to this activity inside Express, because it's built in on the Express homepage. We've got this big blue snowing rectangle on the left-hand side that says jump into the 12 days of creativity. So if you click view all there, then it takes you into the 12 challenges, our 12 days of creativity challenges. And you see there, the 7th one along is develop a custom cookie brand. So click on that, and it'll open up the template in the all-in-one editor. First thing we're going to do is rename this, and I'm going to do Meredith Cookies. Okay, and just save this file with my name on it, like that. And we are ready to start. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is right up at the top where it says created by Chef Eli. I'm just going to change that to say created by Chef Meredith. Oh, okay, I need all caps.
Got to match. You know, we've got to have that continuity in our design.
Absolutely. There we go. Created by Chef Meredith. Right, cool. And I think also, can you see there's a space there? Do you see the space? So there's a space there between the dot and the created. So I need to make sure that I put a space after my name.
Attention to detail, Meredith.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight knowing that I did that without the space either side. Right. Okay. I'm just going to pop over to Nicole because getting into the template is really important. So we'll pop over to the iPad and get to that point.
Perfect.
There we go.
So I'm on the Express Challenge page, and I can see this is hyperlinked. So you know what? I'm just going to click from here. And this is what happens when you click this link. It opens up as another tab in our browser in Safari. But I'm just going to go down to the bottom to the remix this design. I kind of sound like a DJ. So let's remix the design.
Remix.
And then just give it a few seconds to load up. You'll see loads of things are buffering. So just be patient with it. Let it load. And there we go. I have a slightly different template than Meredith's.
Yeah, it is different. I wasn't expecting that.
Change up. So, but I can still see the pieces that I want to do. So up in the top left corner, first thing I do as soon as I come in, need to rename this. So, Cookies by Nicole. Hit enter, done. And then, of course, the really cool thing is that you have dictation on your iPad built in. So all you have to do is highlight the items that you want to, where you want to put your text in. And right beside the space bar, you have the dictation button. And if you haven't used it in a long time, you might get a little pop-up saying, do you want to enable dictation? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I'll click this. Nicole. Ta-da! Power of voice.
Lovely. Brilliant. Wow, that's great. Brilliant. So we're at the same place. Okay, excellent. Now, one thing I notice is that I've already got a cookie on my design that Nicole doesn't. But that's fine. If you're on the iPad, you're just going to add a generate image. So that's fine. I've got this cookie here ready. Okay, so if you're on the iPad, or if you follow that link, not necessarily just on the iPad, if you follow the link in the challenge page, you maybe don't have this, but you can add an image just by going to Media and then going to Photos, Generate Image. Okay, so what's the prompt? So if we click on that, this isn't just a photo, this has been generated using AI, which means that I can change the prompt. I can alter the prompt to get something that I want. I want this to look more like Christmas biscuits. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, and over on the left hand side you can see I can click on the generate image button, which has already got some settings in there. So if I click on that, here's what whoever made this template, typed in cookie with pink and blue frosting and sprinkles with bite taken out from above on white background. Okay, now, I think this could do with a bit of punctuation because it sounds to me as if the bite has been taken from above. But it's but it says from above because they wanted it to look as if the camera is above the cookie. You know, the cookie is like a flat lay.
Bird's eye view.
Yes. So I always like kind of using some punctuation in my prompts because I think it helps express to understand what I want more. So cookie with pink and blue frosting. Okay. And then I'll just put a comma in there. And maybe I don't need that comma. And sprinkle, but I do need one here. So maybe I'll get rid of that first one. With frosting and sprinkles, comma, with bite taken out, comma, from above on white background. Right. I think that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah. Now you know which bits you can change.
I mean, you could even, that's, to be honest, I'd say that's a new sentence, from above on white background. Right. So I want this to look more Christmassy. So what can I change? I don't want to delete this prompt. I want to alter it. Okay. Because this prompt has given me a good result, but what can I change? So cookie with Christmas tree frosting, maybe, like a bit of like an iced Christmas tree, and snowflake sprinkles. So hopefully, I'm not going to have that pink and blue vibe that we've got at the moment because I got rid of that from the prompt. And hopefully, let's hit generate, and it's going to give me 4 results. And hopefully, one of these is going to look like a cookie with an iced Christmas tree on it, with some kind of snowflake sprinkles and a bite. Oh,
they are class.
They're all amazing. Basically, they're all amazing.
I'll take 5 of each, please.
I think my favorite is this one. In the cookie's actually cut into the shape of a Christmas tree. Although that one's great as well. No, I'm gonna go with this. I like this one. I think cookies that are like, and I'm gonna stop saying cookies because I say biscuits. Biscuits that are in a shape are just the best, and I think. Okay, now the original then had its background removed. Okay, so I also want this one with its background removed. And you can see that here we go, see? It says remove background. Now, if I undo that, there we go. It did have this white, I'll move it over here. You see, it did have this white, and it's also cropped as well. So let's just get rid of that cropping at the bottom.
Oh, well,
I don't want it to be cropped, but I do want that background removed. There we go. Okay. So if you're doing it from scratch, if you're not altering it, like, so Nicole's going to have to make one from scratch, then just, make sure that you remove the background. And that has definitely set me off. I'm off now. I got my vibe. I like where I'm going with this. So let's go over to the iPad and let's see how Nicole gets on.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know if biscuits works. Like sometimes it's like, well, AI is smart, but it's also artificial intelligence. So it's fake intelligence.
Yeah.
So how smart is it? Does it know if I said gingerbread biscuits, that's what I mean, and not gingerbread cookies? Let's find out.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
don't biscuits mean something else in America? Isn't that what they call like dumplings or something?
Yeah, like those BAP type things that you have.
Because they have biscuits and gravy or something, don't they? And they don't look like biscuits or gravy. So
yeah, let's find out, because that's a good thing. So you can always go in and edit and evaluate our prompt. So in media, generate image, and I'm happy with but you know what? I'm going to go with a portrait size because I like your idea of getting one that was Christmas tree shaped, but I can't exactly copy it. So I'm going to go.
Feel free. Feel free.
So I'm going to go for a gingerbread biscuit, because my favorite snacks or treats around Christmas time is like, the gingerbread thins that you get from IKEA. The tin that they're fine.
Do you like those brandy snaps as well? The ones that kind of curl up.
Yeah, although they sometimes get stuck in your teeth, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, that means you can enjoy them for longer. That's what's good about them.
Let's see about that later. Gingerbread biscuit in the shape of a snowman.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say shepherd. I thought you were going to do it in the shape of a shepherd there.
I mean, I don't know, I'm Irish, but
Or an Irish biscuit. No, an angel biscuit. That'd be good.
with marshmallow buttons. Let's see how it copes with that. Maybe I should put some colors in here with what's a good color for the buttons? They're usually black. I think black marshmallows might look strange. Oh, I know what I'll do. And a red icing piped scarf.
Well. This is very detailed here, guys. So, you know, if you can add as much detail as possible, then you will get the exact image that you've got in your mind. In your mind's eye.
So before I hit generate, I'm just going to change my content type to photo because I want it to be super realistic, and generate so that it actually looks like a gingerbread biscuit that could be in this sachet or pouch of Bickies. And
that's great. Oh yeah, so what you forgot to put there was from above on a white background. But you know, I think you're going to get away with it. I don't think you need to bother. You could just remove the background on that, couldn't you? I think
I could, especially like this one that's not too busy. The background's not too busy there. So that one would work. I mean, it doesn't look totally marshmallowy on the buttons, but I'll forgive it because it's pretty. It's still pretty good.
Yeah. They look great.
So if I X out of this, and now I go to our good friend, the dog, and remove the background, let him be a neat eater. Awesome.
Yes, that looks brilliant.
And now I can resize and center with those alignment tools.
Yeah, that looks absolutely great. Fantastic. We've got another shout out, by the way. So
St. Patrick's and Castledurg. Hello, everybody.
No, just home from the cinema and looking forward to Adobe. But wow, what a day you are having!
That's
cinema
a
in the
hashtag
morning.
there.
Cinema in the morning, Adobe Express in the afternoon. What do you go and see, guys? Let us know what you went to see.
Ooh.
What do you think they went to see?
Moana, is that the current one that's
out? Yes. Yeah, Moana 2.
Some festive movies, to be honest. So maybe they're just having a full Christmas themed day.
Yeah. We went to see Wicked on the weekend, and it was
amazing.
It was very good. It was very, and I've been to see that in the theater about 4 or 5 times, and I wasn't sure how I felt about the movie because I've seen it so many times in the theater, but I loved it. It was fantastic. Anyway, let us know what you went to see, guys, at St. Patrick's. And also, if you want us to give you a shout out, but you can't comment on YouTube or on StreamYard, just reply to the email that I sent you with the links for today's lessons, because I've got my emails open and we'll get your comments up. Okay, so if you want us to give you a shout out, just reply to the email and we'll get your name up on the screen. No problem. Right, come on then. On we go. Where's my mouse pointer gone now? I've lost it. It's on one of these screens. Oh, it's over there. That's why. These computers are too clever sometimes. Right, here we go. We're back here. Now then. I'm going to look next at the text. So this text is also using AI. It's using AI text effects. Now, saying that, you can still choose fonts, but the first thing I'm going to do is change the actual text itself. So it's Eli didn't make these biscuits, and they're not cookies. They are biscuits. So think about your brand name. You're going to think of a company name for your cookie company or your biscuit company. It could be something to do with your name or the village that you live or the town that you live in. Or I'm going to call my company. I'm going to call my company Boyo Biscuits.
All right, Boyo.
Yeah. So
good alliteration though. That makes it very good company.
Yeah, and that's a bit of a joke. Yeah, in Wales we do say Boyo now and again. So it's a bit of a it's a bit of a Welshism, definitely. So there we go. I got Boyo Biscuits there, and I think that's a great name for a company. So I could still go and change that font, okay? I mean, it's a good font because it is nice and clear, but you could still go in and change it. If you wanted to swap it for something else, you can, okay? Maybe I'll try these. This is a bit of a wacky one. I'll give this a go. Yeah, that works well. But then I do need to kind of just shift stuff around a bit if I'm doing that. And then finally, like I'm going to just change my spacings as well, my line spacing, my letter spacing. So finally, I'm going to go and change the actual AI prompt that's designed this, because you can see that it's still got the pink and blue icing on it that original biscuit had. So let's go down, let's scroll down here, and let's see the generate text effects here, effects applied. So at the moment, it's sugar cookies with blue and pink sprinkles. So maybe I need with green and snowflake. Now, is that gonna confuse it? Is it gonna give me green snowflakes? I want some green sprinkles and kind of snowflake shaped sprinkles. Let's see if it's clever enough to work that out, because I don't think I was clever enough to explain it very well. Let's see.
Yeah. You know what I can say with white snowflake sprinkles?
Yes, with green.
Hey, it wouldn't do too bad.
Maybe I'll try with green sprinkles, and white snowflakes. I'll try that. And white snowflakes. Maybe I want some red on there as well. Green and red. Red sprinkles. There we go. And I always like these as well. You know, if you go loose on your text prompt, it means that the kind of the designs don't just fit into the shape of your letters in the font. There we go. It kind of spills out all over the place. Actually, that's a bit over the top. No, it's a bit over the top. So I'll go back to medium, generate. I'm happy with that as a result. And remember as well, you do get 4 results. Oh, I got 5 results. There we go. As I say 4, it makes me look silly and gives me 5. So you do get more than one result. Oh, look, it's the middle of the D's got jam.
Oh, like a jammy dodger.
Yeah. Love that. Right. Anyway, that's my Boyo Biscuits logo. Looks brilliant. And once you've got that, then maybe you can resize the actual biscuit. You know, you can start shifting stuff around a bit and making sure that you fill up your cover there. Right. Okay. Let's jump over to Nicole on the iPad.
Yeah. Okay. So I already went in and changed that to Nicole's, but now that you've said a brand name, I'm going to go with, would it be just L-Y? Yeah. Butterly yours. So
nice.
One, I love a pun, and 2, I just had to go to the shop earlier and get butter, and I was like, can't believe it's not butter. So butter in the brain. So I mean, it's a really good brand for them. So why not cherry pick that as inspiration for mine?
Absolutely.
So what I'm going to do, because I've clicked on my text box and I've got my panel open on the left-hand side, I'm going to scroll the whole way down to my text effects, where I can also edit my prompt. So yeah, sugar cookies doesn't work for me. So I want gingerbread biscuits with small sprinkles. And I want to try it without any colors first and see what it comes up with. I'll stick with the medium one for now. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's go loose, because if there's not too much that it's adding, it should be neat enough.
Yeah, my loose is a bit crazy, isn't it? Good. It's got a really cool glow on it, like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's festive. That's the right amount of festive that I want as well. I like this one. There's a wee bit more color in it. Let me let that one generate and rock with it, I think.
Oh, for those of you on tenterhooks, St. Patrick's did go to see Moana 2. Yes. And drum roll, it was class. And Mr. Keenan ate loads of popcorn.
Go on, Mr. Keenan, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Mr. Keenan, you have an app now, all right? Nicole and I will teach the class this afternoon. You have an app if you had that much popcorn. There we go.
Love it. Okay, right now my loose is too loose for me, so I'm going to go back to my first one.
Yeah, it's got usually the loose isn't that wild, is it? But we both had a bit of crazy stuff going on today.
Crazy ones. No, so I'm happy enough with the first one. So I'm gonna rock with that. And I might just want to change the shadow because it's got a bright pink shadow. I think
Yeah.
what they've done is they've matched this beautiful background and maybe done a
Yeah.
color dropper on it. Yeah, they have. So I'll do a color dropper too. When I clicked on this, I'll go do a maybe color picker and hunt for maybe the red from Snowman's Scarf. Oh, no, that doesn't look good.
Mm.
Let me see. Maybe I want something from the buttons. That's softer, gentler, less offensive to the eyes.
That's lovely.
There we go. I'm happy with that.
Hey, we got another school. We got St. Mary's in Llanelli. I tell you what, I think we're setting a record for the most schools with saints in their names on our live lesson today.
They're everywhere.
I know. Welcome,
That's not
guys.
the first St. Mary's either. Sure, it's not.
No. Welcome in. Croeso, St. Mary's in Llanelli. Welcome. There's a St. Mary's in Carmarthen as well, just down the road from me here. There we go. Right. Where are you guys? Where's St. Mary's Carmarthen? Come on. Anyway. Right.
Named and shamed.
Yes, I know. I know. I don't usually call schools out. I feel a bit bad now. Right. Right. Come on. Let's move on. Now then. So our packet is looking very Christmassy, but the background is not at the moment. Mm-hmm. So let's sort that out. I'm going to go right down to this bottom layer in the stack. Okay, and I haven't spoken to you about this learn panel on the right-hand side. So if you want to do any of these activities in your own time without coming along to the live lesson, then the learn panel on the right-hand side kind of talks you through everything you need to do. Okay, then you can click next and kind of step through all the activities. But I'm just going to close that down. Right now, this background layer, I'm going to choose it and I'm going to replace it. Okay, so I click on it and then up in the top left-hand corner under the image title here, click on this replace icon, and I'm going to replace this with a background. Okay, and I'm going to search for, what should I search for? Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then maybe green is a kind of theme that I think green is an important color for me. So I'm going to search for Christmas green, and then it's going to give me Christmassy backgrounds that are kind of green. Cool. A lot of these are great, and then you can just kind of click through them, you see, and you'll just get a quick preview, so you don't have to just commit to one from seeing this on the left hand side. You can actually click on them and see them right there on your design.
Love it.
Yeah. I like these glittery ones, but I think that's my favorite. Now then, the next thing I'm going to do before handing back to Nicole is this tabletop that I'm on. I think this needs to change as well. Okay, so click on this rectangle here. And again, I know our templates are a bit different, aren't they, Nicole? So I don't think you've got this tabletop.
Yeah, I don't, but I actually like that it's on a table.
Yeah, so you could even get you could put get some wood in there, make it look like a tabletop if you wanted to, or you could just pick one of the colors that you've got on your design, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Or just use that as a starting point. I like that as a starting point. I think I'd like it to be a bit darker, so I'm just going to. Sorry, not that. I'm going to go and pick the color, then go to custom, and then I can just darken it up a bit more in here.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, we've then got this shadow around the base of the packet. Now, the shadow just needs to be a darker version of your tabletop. So let's click on the shadow, this oval here. And I'm going to pick the same color as my tabletop, like that, but then take it even darker. There we go. And it just gives us a shadow. Okay, right. I'm going to pass back to Nicole, and when we come back, that's all I'll need to do is tweak these little decals, these little shapes that we've got around the place, and also the color of this text here, and the color of my Chef Meredith text up at the top. But we are nearly there now. We are really nearly there. Right, back over to you, Nicole, then, to sort out your background and your kind of tabletop. I like those circles that you got there. Are you going to keep those?
Yeah, I was thinking like if this was a bird's eye view photo, maybe this pouch of biscuits are lying on a tablecloth or something like that. So I'd need to go kind of searching for a Christmas tablecloth. See, is that a possibility? Yeah, like that wee sparkles one is nice, but it's maybe too much white because of the white of my pouch. But I could go with something like that takes up the whole background. So if
Yes.
I rotate it a wee bit there, and then 3 wee dots and send to the back, and I can size her up like so. And then I've got my layer panel open anyway, so you can open it just up there if you don't see it. And then I can just tap on the things that I don't really want. So yeah, I think I'm going to bin and click on my blue one as well and just bin it.
Hey, Nicole, St. Patrick's, you've been trumped. You've been trumped. We got Mr. Hargreaves has emailed us from Ysgol Llwyn yr Eos, and they've matched you by going to see Moana 2 this morning and joining in the live lesson this afternoon. But they've also managed to squeeze in Christmas dinner for lunch.
Triple
Dear
threat.
me. What a tier 1 day you're having today, guys.
Tier 1. That's epic, yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hargreaves. Thank you for taking the effort to type all that into the keyboard, because I don't think I'd be able to after doing all of that today. Right. Anyway, sorry, Nicole. Oh, I love this. I love the background. That looks brilliant.
Yeah, I think it's going to scream festive here, because what I've done is I've gone 100% festive feast worthy. Is what I've changed my text to, and then the yummiest biscuits in the world I was happy enough with. I just changed cookies to biscuits, but I will change my font color. Just go to the color picker and I will go get some of the red. So when you're doing the color picker, what intuitively you might just tap the color picker and then start tapping on bits of the screen, but you actually need to drag this color picker to where you want it to find the color. So, and I will do that I will repeat that step then for all of my little pieces that I need, and just drag it over. And now it's looking very much on brand. And this little chef with a mustache doesn't scream Nicole. My mustache isn't visible. So that's going to need replaced. So let me see, can I replace it from here? No, I can't. So I'm just going to delete that one and go into my elements. And then that'll be mine done. So let's see when I search chef what I get. Oh, I like just the hat maybe. Then it's neutral. If I went to sell my business, I could give it to somebody else then.
Yes.
We're getting very serious about this.
Yeah. When you're going to float it on the stock market. I'm going to pretend that I know what those words mean.
And there we go. You know
brilliant.
What? I'm chuffed.
That looks brilliant. Yeah, well, you're done. I'm actually not quite done. So that I need to just tie everything together on. And using the eyedropper tool is really the best way to tie your colors together. So, for example, this created by Chef Meredith text up at the top. So this blue is totally not connected to anything that's happening here anymore. So let's change that by using the fill button on the left-hand side. And then let's grab our eyedropper tool. And, using something like the color of the tabletop, it just echoes that. These decals, these little stars that are around the place, you can easily recolor these. So let's go for, what about this nice pale green here? Yeah, that works well. Same for this one. So don't introduce new colors to your design at this point. This is the time where you kind of reinforce the colors you've already got. So let's
think of some of the big brands out there. They don't have they usually have one dominant color that comes to your mind when you think of them.
Yeah, and now I'm just using the color that's on these pale snowflakes that are around the place as well. Just to grab a lighter color. There we go. So those stars up at the top there now are in that lighter color. These are in the darker one. I'm nearly there. So this 100% good cookies, I need to change the color of this icon, and I like this pale color. That's good. And then the 100% good cookies, I'm just going to swap that for this. No, I'll go for the tabletop green that I've got. Yes.
Yeah,
okay. And I'm done. The Boyo biscuits are done. So what are we going to do? It's the same on the iPad and on the browser. If you want to print this out, just click on the download icon, and then you've got you can download it as a PDF if you're going to print, a PNG if you're planning on saving that somewhere else into your digital file somewhere. If you're on Google Docs, OneDrive, and your J2E My files, if you want to drag it into any one of those, then a PNG makes more sense. Also, if you'd like to share your design with the world, click on the share button, and then you can publish a view-only link. And those are great if you want to share them, because it just shows it really nice and big on your computer screen. Finally, if you use Google Classroom or Teams and your teacher wants you to hand it in on an assignment there, then you can click on one of those two buttons to do that. Right, so there we go. That is our first challenge for today. Done. And we are bang on time. 40 minutes. Look at that. Excellent. Big pat on the back, both of us. Well done. Now that we got some hellos coming in. Right, I'll get those in. I'll get those up on the screen once we've got started on our next activity. Right. So for challenge 2, we're also going to be using a guided activity again. Okay, so if we scroll down on our challenge page, here we go. Challenge 2. I love this, and this is a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to be making now. I'm not calling you out here, Nicole. Okay, it's just a coincidence. But this time of year, people do wear the most ridiculous jumpers. So, all
right,
I'm not calling you out.
It's a t-shirt. I have you know, Meredith.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just stating a fact, and you just happen to be wearing a festive sweater. So we're going to be remixing a template where you can design. Now you've got loads of options here. You could be trying to make a beautiful Christmas jumper, or you could decide I want to make the ugliest piece of clothing ever made in history. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to do here. Do you want to have a laugh, make it funny, or do you want to try and design something that looks amazing? Then you decide. So let's go back to Express. And to open this up, what you need to do is go back to the home page. So we can go back to the home page on Express really easily by clicking on the Express icon in the top. Hey, let me get my screen up. That's a good idea.
You noticed just before I was going to say.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? I pressed the button on my little clever gadget that changes my screens, and it didn't do anything. So there we go. Moral of the story is don't use clever gadgets. Right.
Or the moral of the story is, Nicole, you put it on the screen.
Well, it doesn't matter. Click on the Express icon top left-hand corner, takes you back to the home page. So now, actually, look, it's here. The first activity is there. Look, design an ugly sweater. But I'm not going to click on that just because I know some people catch up with our live lessons on the recordings, and these first two change every day. So if you're coming here after today. Well, it'll obviously be today for you, whatever day you're watching this. But after the live lesson, maybe these two have changed. So if you want to make sure that you get to the activity, just click on View All there. And there we are. It's yeah, I know. I just can't quite believe I managed to bend my mind around that. And then it's the first one here: design an ugly sweater. So click on that, and that's going to open up. It's going to open up the template. Okay, and again, you've got the Learn panel on the right-hand side. It's going to talk you through what you're going to do. But obviously, you don't need that this afternoon with us because we're gonna talk you through it anyway. Okay, so same again. Once you've opened up the template, let's rename it. Okay, so Meredith's ugly jumper. All right. And then just before I hand back over to Nicole, I'll do the same thing as I did in the last challenge, which is just get my name in here because this is David's ugly sweater. So I'm going to change it to Meredith's ugly. And I mean, we do say sweater over here, but not really. So I'm going to say jumper in there. Mm-hmm. Now you see it's got this little squiggle under my name. You kind of want that squiggle to be the same size as your name. Okay, so my name is a bit longer than David's, so I need to make that squiggle a bit bigger. Then you can bring it down, or I quite like having it like that, and then just bringing the text up to the top of the layer stack, above the squiggle. Yeah, I like the look of that, kind of the letters just overlapping the squiggle a little bit. Okay, so open up the template, name it, and just get your name in there. Right,
Cool.
let's jump over to the iPad. There
Do you know
you go.
Yeah, I was going to come here and see if it was a different template link, but there's no link. So so we're just going to go straight from the homepage. Now, what I should actually show you before is where the Learn tab is on the iPad, which is this little light bulb. And well, I was in David's ugly sweater there. But you can go across the tabs at the top to the guided activities, and all the festive ones, the 12 days of creativity, are at the bottom. So there's the ugly sweater. And if you kept scrolling along, boom, there was the cookie brand one. So let's go in from the front. So yeah, we'll not go here in case somebody's not here today and they're here at a different time on the timeline. Go into view all. Mind blown. And we'll go into the ugly sweater template. And again, because you have your tour guides with you today, Nicole and Meredith, then we can X this off. So we don't need that. And yeah, I'm going to go for, it's not going to be an ugly sweater. It's going to be a Christmas jumper, and I'm going to wear it with pride. Thank you very much. And this is going to be Nicole's as well. Now, because I've got Christmas and jumper, my whole text is kind of really encroaching on that orange outline. So I'll just need to do a little bit of resizing, just dragging that corner down and in. And then I can use the little crosshair handle there to center and align as so. And I'll do the same with my little squiggle. It's too long for me. So there we go. Fit it in, and I'm going to pinch the inspiration from Mr. Jones and drag up my text to the very, very top. And the last thing I need to do, which I haven't done already, bold me, is rename my file. So go up to the top, delete all of that stuff. And then this is just going to be Nicole's Christmas jumper. Boom. I've done my punctuation and all for me. Awesome.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Now then, we got some shout outs here. I got some emails through. So when I get an email, I got to copy it. Thank you, Mr. I tell you what, Mr. Keenan is awake after his cinema expedition this morning. He was there. He knew that I didn't have my screen on. So thanks for that, Mr. Keenan. Right, who have we got? We've got, here we go. Hello. So who's this? Is Rashakin? Is that?
Yeah, Rasharkin. So primary 6 and primary 7, working hard after a morning outside caroling around the village. Well, that is one way to spread festive joy. Love it.
Yeah. What's your favourite carol, Nicole? I'll let you think about that whilst I get the next one up. It's an important question. The next shout out we've got is from year 5 and 6 at Ysgol Maes y Mynydd. Thank you. Diolch, Mrs. McHugh, for getting in touch. Yes, come on then, Nicole. What is it?
I love, it's an emotional one, but I absolutely love In the Bleak Midwinter.
Oh.
Do you see when you have a church or a hall full of children singing that? Instant tears.
Yeah,
especially
it
if it's like a candlelit ceremony. My old school, St. Comgall's, used to do those. And just instant tears. What's yours?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is, In Bleak Midwinter is an incredible piece of music. Yeah, it is. You're right. I know, when I asked you that, I thought, hang on, I'm going to have to answer this myself then. I'm not sure. There's a lot of good ones. There's another emotion one I like is, do you know the one, the Coventry Carol? I like that. And then there's another one. There was Lule Lule, no 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 dee da 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 la da da dee da da. Do you know that one? I love that.
I think everyone turned their volume down.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You can turn it back up now, but also just let us know in the maybe do a snap poll across your classroom for festive songs to give Moretta some inspiration for his next album coming out soon.
Okay, so we've done carols. So let us know in the comments your favorite carols, but also as we take this on to the next step, Nicole, I want you to think about your favorite Christmas song, maybe pop song. Okay. So that's a deep one to think about, right?
So the next sidetrack.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Here we go. Let's now then we're going to do similar to what we did with the cookie. I'm going to click on this jumper. Now then, what's cool about this template is when you click on the generate image button on the left-hand side, it actually tells you in brackets which words to switch out. Okay. So it kind of tells you keep everything that's there, but swap the words inside the brackets, which is quite neat. I like that. Right. So you could change ugly to fluffy if you wanted. Or you could be just a little bit more specific with the description and say something like green and blue. Green and blue knit sweater with, and then what do I want on here? Maybe I want cats and penguins. And pizzas. There we go. Okay, so if you're trying to make an ugly sweater, I mean, what was successful about this one is that dinosaurs and fruit are a really bizarre mixture of images. Yeah, so think about like what kind of crazy combos are you gonna make? Okay, so I've done that. I've changed it up. So mine doesn't even say ugly anymore. It just says green and blue knit sweater with cats and penguins and pizzas. Right. Okay.
You're all about those pizza parties.
Pizza man, I just want to be back in a school and being able to win a pizza party. Look at those!
It looks like a wee family.
Oh, the first one is amazing. The other three don't even have penguins. So what are you doing?
Have they merged the cat and penguins
I
as
think,
a hybrid?
I think, yeah, that's a bit of a that's a pat or a kanguin. Maybe, yeah. So if you get that, then maybe I just needed to add some more punctuation. Maybe I needed cats, comma, penguins, and pizza. You know what I mean? So maybe you just need to tweak. You need to make it more clear. But this was brilliant. So I love that first one. It's really Christmassy. I love it. Okay, so change it. And do you know what? If you've changed it and you don't have an ugly sweater anymore, if it's not ugly anymore, then feel free to change this to something else. It is winter jumper. Okay, because there's nothing ugly about that. I would wear that. 10 out of 10, I'd wear that. That is a fantastic looking jumper there. Right, so just if you want to change your file name, change the title up at the top of the project, go for it. Okay, so let's jump over to Nicole. So change the prompt and have a few goes, try different prompts, tweak your prompts with different punctuation to see if that helps Express to understand what you want. And then if you want to change the file name and the title, then go for it. All right then, Nicole, what have you got?
Sounds like a plan. Right, let's go in, tap, and then tap this rainbow explosion for generate image. And it's going to be, I'm going to go for red and black because I'm going to go with County Down colors here. Red and black knit sweater with penguins also, not copy and pasting Moretta's idea.
No, it's fine.
We don't have any penguins or pats in Ireland. So what else? It's also because I have a penguin bar right here. So it's like,
there we go.
So are we ready for the joke?
Yes.
What did the penguin get from the genie in the lamp? Maybe we'll get answers in the chat.
Yeah, let's know the chat. Let's know the chat. I've got a feeling the answer is going to be horrendously bad, but let us know in the chat.
What did the penguin get from the genie in the lamp? It's quite punny. So let me finish this one off. So red and black knit sweater with penguins. Penguins are one of my favorite animals. I think it's because they remind me of my brother when he was wee. He was all torso. So penguins And something random that you wouldn't get. Oh, let's go with shooting stars.
Oh,
Because
nice.
not often going to see them together, but it should create a nice effect. So it's not looking like an ugly jumper. It's just making a really beautiful masterpiece, I hope, as it generates. Oh, fast. What is fast mode? I want to use that now.
I tried it. It does one really quickly, and it's a bit simpler as well. So I prefer switching it off. But if you want something really quick that's simple, then you can try fast mode. Well, they look great.
These actually look like you could go buy them tomorrow down the town.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
I think either 2 or 4, because I really like the shoulder details on this one.
Yeah.
So I might even go back and edit my prompt and ask for a few more shoulder details, because I quite like this. But I like that this is a quite clean.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Quite a clean one. So I'm going to stick with 2, and for now, I think that's the one I like the most. I might want to change some of my other colors to get this all branded. After our last one, I want everything consistent.
So you'd already named yours Christmas jumper anyway. So you don't need to, you do need to change stuff there. So that's fine. You're happy with the final name. That looks brilliant. Right. Okay. So we're actually following a similar kind of workflow now as to what we did earlier. So earlier, when we started off that first image of the cookie, that actually influenced our color scheme for the rest of the design. So now that we've got rid of that kind of horrendous dinosaur jumper, the colors that we've got on this design now don't really make sense, okay? The color of this material in the background doesn't make sense. The color of this frame around my image doesn't make sense. So we need to start tweaking some of those things. Okay, so let's start off with just the frame. Let's work out the
that had to get up. We're gonna make it a thing. We're gonna make that trend all year.
Did I just invent a Pokemon? Is that what just happened? I think so.
Mr. Keenan's class are on fire.
I tell you, Mr. Keenan's just answered your joke.
So, what did the penguin get from the genie in the lamp? 3 fishes.
Hey, well done. I tell you, you guys need to go and watch a movie every morning because you are on fire today. Before you do any big exams, all right, go and watch a film in the morning.
Yeah,
brilliant.
1 or 2 on loop.
Yeah, well done. You got 3 fishes, dear. Right, okay. Now then, let's have a look at how they've made, because when you work with templates, one of the jobs of working with a template is actually working out how they've made stuff so that we can tweak it. So this kind of background to my image is 2 things. It's this rectangle and it's this frame, okay? So if I grab the frame and just move it off, you see we've got this frame and then we've also got this rectangle. Now the frame is actually just a design asset that's been recolored, and we know this because we can go into the effect here. It's been recolored using the duotone effect to the same color as the rectangle. Okay, so that means we got some options. Let's first of all, let's sort out the actual rectangle that's behind my jumper. So I'm going to choose it from the layer stack. It's easier because there's a lot of things in front of each other. It's easier than trying to click on it. So I'm going to choose it from the layer stack. And now I need to pick a color. Okay, and again, it should really be a color that maybe we've got somewhere else on our design. So I really like the color of the hats that the penguins have got. It's this really nice kind of, I don't know, would you call it kind of a coral? Like a dark coral color, maybe?
Yeah, like rust.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's, I think I'd like a slightly lighter version of it. There we go. Yeah. Maybe that. Yeah. So you start off just by recoloring your rectangle. Okay. Now then we can just recolor this frame that you've got, or you could replace it all together. Okay, so let's just start off by recoloring it. So it's a similar process, but this time you just pick the frame. Here it is. And I'm going to go over to Effects. And under the duotone effects, I'm going to choose Custom. And you can see what they've done here is that they've just set both the shadows and the highlights to that color. So now I can use the eyedrop tool and pick my new rust color that I've got on this rectangle. And there we go. Now, I think that's just done it already by just changing the shadows. But just to be safe, I'll change the highlights as well, just to be safe. And now that'll be exactly the same color as that rectangle. And now I've got this cool frame. Now, you could also switch this out for another frame. Okay, so if I close down the effects, when you select that frame, up on the top left-hand corner, remember that you've got this replace icon. So if I click on that and go to Design Assets, okay, it's important that you go to Design Assets and choose and search for something like frame or picture frame, maybe picture frame. Now, I want something that's kind of the same orientation, okay? But then when you pick it, there we go. You see, it's already setting that duotone effect to it.
So handy.
Yes, you don't need to redo the color effect. The only thing that might happen, which you might have to tweak, is if it does some kind of cropping to your image. Okay, so maybe you'll need to uncrop something. Which one? I like this one. This one was cool. So it normally looks like this. This is kind of incredibly ornate frame, but because it's got that duotone effect on it, it's just all in the same color.
Now it kind of looks like snowflake at the ends, doesn't it? At the edges.
It does. Yeah. It's just so. Just
you meant that.
That's what I was going for, Nicole. Right. So. Start off. What did I do there? First thing I did was just sort out what color I want this rectangle to be. Okay, you need to sort out that color first of all, because that's easier. Once you're happy with that, then either just change the color of the frame that's already there to match, or do that and switch it out for a different frame design. It depends totally on what you'd prefer. And if you like the frame that's there, just keep the frame that's there. Right, let's jump over to the iPad and give that a whirl.
Right, let's go for it. So I need my layer panel, and then I'm going to go find that first rectangle. And I mean, it just makes sense for me to color picker eyedropper over to the red, and I kind of want to do the same thing. Do you see the way the circle lights up around it? So I don't want to get the dark red like that. Oh no, I want the lighter red. Pow!
Yeah, cool.
That's screaming out at me. And then this one, let's just go with customizing our duotone here as well. And I'll go for changing up my shadows and my highlights to be the exact same. And you know what? I'm not offended by the current frame.
There's nothing wrong with it. No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. The frame that's on there is on there for a good reason, because it's a good frame for your Christmas sweater, really.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, and swapping it out can be a little bit of a fiddle. So don't feel that you need to swap your frame out at all. Yeah, that looks brilliant, Nicole. Right, now then the next step. Now, to be honest, looking at Nicole's, maybe you will want to. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna decide for you. But that green in the background may or may not clash with your colors. It doesn't go great with mine, because although I've got a green, it's a kind of more of a dark teal. It's a bluey green, whereas this is definitely more of a kind of forest green, and they kind of clash. I'm not an expert on colors, but to me, those greens don't really work well together. So I want to swap my background green. Now, when you click on your background, either in the layer stack or just by clicking on it on the canvas, it's actually locked. It tells you here on the left-hand side, this is a locked image. Just sounds a bit hardcore, doesn't it? Sounds a bit forbidding. That's all you need to do is right-click or long press, if you're on the iPad, on it and unlock that. Now then, this has also got a duotone filter on it. Okay, so we're going to go back into the effects. Now that I've unlocked it, I can go into the effects and I can go to duotone custom. Now you can see here are the colors that it's got. It's got shadows are black, and then the highlights are this green color. Now leave don't change them both to be the same. Otherwise, you're just basically going to have a solid colored background, which is pointless. Okay, so leave the shadows as black, and that's what gives us that kind of detail. And then change the highlights color to something that you've got on your design. So, for example, I could pick out one of the greens on my sweater, and also, you're going to have to maybe trial and error this, maybe this blue on the cat's sweater. That works quite nicely. But I do like this kind of paler green on the actual sweater itself. There, that one. That's the one I want. Brilliant. So I'll pass straight over to Nicole, because that's a little bit of a fiddle. You need to unlock that back layer and then just change the highlights in the duotone. Obviously, you could totally swap it for another background if you wanted to. I mean, it's your design, guys. Here we go.
Ooh, that's true. So let's start off with the unlock. So because I can't right click on the iPad, I just hold my finger down on that image to get the menu to pop up. And I'm going to unlock it now so that I have full access and control. Scrolling down into duotone, and I'm going to change my highlights. Is this where you had an opinion? Where you had some creative inspiration from my design, Meredith? Did you have an idea?
Well, no, I just thought I was going to say maybe you don't want the green, but then I was like, who am I to tell you? Maybe you do want the green. So no, I was gonna. That's me butting out. That's what that was. Me deciding not.
Or you collaborating. We're all about collaboration.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true.
Oh,
that looks lovely.
That does look good. Gold's quite a festive color, and then it matches my little stars in the background. But in the background of this, but it doesn't match these ones, so that will need to be the next thing that we tackle.
Yeah, exactly. So our final step, and you may not need to do this. I mean, really, looking at mine, I don't particularly need to change the yellow. Okay, so we've got a lot of things here that are yellow. So we've got the squiggle under my name. We've got these images, these star images, which have got a duotone effect on them, I think.
No, they're just yellow.
Oh, no, they're just yellow. Oh, right, okay. They're just yellow anyway. Right, so let me just get rid of that effect then. So they are just yellow. Let's just turn that to none. They're just yellow anyway. Sorry, these little stars are actually shapes. They're not images, and you can set the color. They are set to this yellow. And then the squiggle then, I think, has got a duotone. Yes, the squiggle has got a duotone effect on it to the yellows. Okay, so you can decide now whether do you want to keep those as yellow. I mean, it's fine, or do you want to change them? So maybe for my squiggle, let's see if I can get that pale blue on the cat's jumper. I really like that kind of blue, shade of blue. So let's grab that. Yep, there it is. It's done. And do you know what? I don't need to do the highlights because it's just changed it already. You can see that it's done. So if it's done, it's done. All right. So that's done. And maybe just for the stars, I'm just going to pick out maybe kind of the off-white that they've got on their bed. And then I don't need to keep searching for that color then. I can actually just use this as my color picker. That star. Great. And then finally, these stars, maybe some of them are going to be white. So I'm going to go to Effects, Duotone, Custom. And then some of them are going to be this same kind of slightly off-white. So you need to do the shadows and the highlights. Lovely. You see, it's not quite white. It's kind of a steel blue, I think. And then some of them I'm going to do in that actual blue color that I've got in the underline because I love that shade of blue. I think that's really nice. And again, maybe you think that the yellow that was there is absolutely fine and you don't need to do any of this. And that's absolutely fine. If there's something on the template that you are happy with to begin with, then keep it. Right. I'm just duotoning here now, these remaining stars, and pass back over to Nicole, see if you want to do anything there.
Yeah.
Because we're nearly done.
We are nearly done. I've decided no stars for me.
Deleting them, you just bin in them.
I'm going to replace them because I've got my stars here and I've got my stars on the jumper. So it's like 3 different variations of stars is a wee bit much. in
Fair
my
enough.
opinion. For
Yes.
me. So I'm gonna mix it up. So I'm gonna click on my stars, and then I've got a replace button right above it, and it brings me straight into media. If you're doing that on the desktop, it should give you an option for icons or elements and things like that as well. But you know what? I don't mind searching in here, and I'm going to search for.
I think on the browser, if you use the one that pops up, it only takes you to media. But if you use the one that's in the left-hand panel under image, it actually offers you, the whole option.
That's it. So then I can go in. Well, maybe I'll try design assets then first. Try design assets. Let's see if I can get some baubles. Yes, I can. Let's go with this one. Now, this is where we're going to, do you know what? I'm okay with that one, but this is where I'm going to have to like recrop and resize some of them because it will obviously have been shaped into the star shape here. So going up to this replace instead of this one, this replace, and from design assets again, and it's kept my last search, which was bauble. And I'm just going to pop in a different one. And you can see it's also matched the orientation of that star. So on the template, the star must have been spun upside down. But then, of course, I can change that by just dragging it around. And I think I'm just going to fill this with loads of different red. Oh, that one's just a shape there. Do you know what? Okay, yeah. we'll have a tiny red one then. So a tiny red bit. That's okay. And I'm just going to keep going in. Design assets, find another bauble. Maybe we can have upside down baubles.
Why not?
Yeah. And don't be afraid to like move it around if you think, you know what, there's a balance in the top left and the bottom right, but there's not enough happening in the top right and the bottom left. Like just move it around, friends. Move it around. So let's do the last star. And this is a big glitter one. That would do rightly. I might resize it a wee bit and put it there and then change the fill of this little teensy tiny star to red as well. There we go.
Right then, Nicole. Favorite Christmas song?
Oh, okay. Favorite Christmas song? It's gotta be Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. Because what a vocalist first, and also that's like so catchy. It's such a catchy tune. It's feel good vibes too. What are you going with?
I tell you what, I can't tell you why, but the one that makes me feel Christmassy every time I hear it for the first time every winter is Wings. You know, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. That one. There's something about that, and I think it's just the jingle bells at the end. You know?
Oh yeah, no, it's very sweet.
And the instrument, you know, it's got some weird keyboard on there that just sounds bizarre with some kind of delay echo. It sounds really kind of 80s because it is 80s. And I think it just takes me back to being a boy, Christmas time. That was maybe the thing that I remembered hearing. So yeah, that's the one for me anyway. Right, downloading on the iPad. Just talk to us about that because I showed downloading just now on the browser, so we've already seen that. What are we going to do on the iPad?
Yeah. Well, again, if you have extra time, you might want to go and explore animating this. There's loads of other things. You might go and put some audio in. You could keep extending this challenge and put your own creative spin on it. But when you're ready, then straight up to download. And as Maretta said the last time, PNG, if you're just going to stick it on your digital learning environment, drag and drop it into a shared folder somewhere, or PDF if you want to get printing it. But I'm happy to download it, and I can go show it off in group chats later on. Feel like, look what I did today. Give me a gold star, like the one on the Christmas jumper template here. And then, of course, you can also do the share option where you can create a view-only link, and it looks like this. So down at the bottom, view-only link. That is your way to share it. And you can click in there if you want to link to the integrated tools like Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams in here.
Brilliant. Right. Now then, there's some things I need to tell you guys about. So the first thing is we've got this is just for teachers, by the way. We've got a new Facebook community. So it's the Adobe Creative Educators UK Community Private Group. Okay? Is it called that private group, or did I just copy and paste that over? I'm not sure. I think
There-
it's just community. I don't think it says private group, does it?
No, you have to answer a few questions about proof that you're a teacher and things like that. That's what makes it private.
I think it's. Let me just get rid of that. I copied and pasted it from Facebook, and I think it's. There we go. I think it's just that. Adobe Creative Educators UK Community. Right. That is for that. You are all of you, the working schools, teachers, or school staff that use Adobe Express in class. This is a community for us all to get together, share ideas, and that kind of thing. And it would be great to see you in there. So if you come along to our live lessons. And if you use Facebook to talk about education and all that kind of stuff, then come and join us. Then because we're all in there. Dom's in there, I'm in there, Nicole and Emma are in there. Some other people you might have seen on live lessons over the years are in there as well. So come along. It's a great place to share ideas and help each other out. So that's the first thing. Get in there. The next thing is, if you are posting any of your ugly sweaters or wonderful cookie designs online for your school community to see, then please tag us in there as well, because I'd love to see some of those sweaters. That's so much fun, and the cookies were fun as well, to be honest. So just tag us in at Adobe for Edu, at Dom Trainer, at Meredith J. We'd love to see what you've been up to, and it's great to see photos of classrooms full of students having fun. If you'd like another class in your school to take part in the Express School Challenge, if you want to get your point towards your pizza party, then send them along. We're doing this again live next Wednesday. Okay, so don't you come, because you've been once and it's the same stuff. Otherwise, you'd be a bit bored.
Like, I'm not even coming back. I'm going to send Emma.
There we go. So I'll be here anyway. I'm in all of these things. Send one of your other classes if they're available, because then if you've done that and you've got over 100 students, or everyone from year 3 to year 6 or P4 to P7, then that's it. You got your 1 point, you got your swag, and you've done it. Okay, so we're doing this again next Wednesday. So send another class along. Okay, and you could even go and help them out, be digital leaders and help them out. Okay, if they want to come along to that, make sure that the teacher that's going to be attending and running the session signs up on bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. Right, we are 2.5 minutes over. I'm really sorry about that. Nicole, it has been a lot of fun and it's worked, which, is always a bonus. I know.
A win is a win.
And I haven't had a power cut. I've had 4 power cuts this morning, guys, so I was worried that Emma would be soloing it today, but there we go. Electric can cut out all it wants now. I'm done. Right. See you soon
Reddit,
on
it
another
was a
session.
joy. Peace, love, and festive hugs, everybody.
Oh, yeah. And if
Bye.
you're not, we'll see you in January. See you in the new year, guys, if you're not coming back. Have a great Christmas. Toodaloo.
Bye, everyone.